All right. Hi everyone, welcome back to Katarina's Garage. My name is Katarina Lloyd, and today, well, we're checking out my buddy Pat's Toyota MR2. It's a 1985, and if you're wondering, no, it's not one of the supercharged ones, since those didn't come out to like 87 anyways, for at least this market. Or maybe it was 88, I can't remember, maybe it was the final year. But regardless, the first iteration of this existed from 1984, I believe, until 1988 was the final year. And then they did the second gen after that. So anyways, let's take a look at this absolute beauty of a kind of rusty MR2. Yeah. Okay, just. All right, so these MR2s, honestly, they're a very fun car. But what's interesting about them is that they weren't built with like the best quality in the world comparatively to other Toyota products. Although it's really funny to see, you know, this Simtech rust inhibitor, and yet it didn't really do its job at all. But this is better than some of them, because admittedly, I've physically seen one of these driving down the road and snap in half. Now, I absolutely love, like, with the pop-up lights and everything that these cars have, genuinely, and they're very, very light, too. So, in the Japanese market, I believe they were 840 kilos, but over for the American/Canadian market here, they jumped up to, I think it was 940, and then they went over 1,000 kilos when they got to being the supercharged models. But you can see like the taillights and everything, very, you know, 80s Toyota, right? And you know, like, and showing like twin cam 16, when realistically these things made like 114 horsepower. But with being very lightweight as they were, it was great. Now, you'd expect to see an engine, but it's not here. So the deal is with this car is that he actually was to remove the engine, which is over here, and give that back to the guy he bought it from and make it work that way. But it's really sweet. I love this spoiler too. Like, I thought that it was actually not a an original style spoiler, but he told me actually it is, because it's very reminiscent of the whale tail that I have on my Fox body out there. So if we take a look inside the car, and again, it's a little disassembled here, but you can see just like the generic, you know, sort of Toyota interior, right? But it's very like sporty, but yet even like what's kind of weird and kind of quirky, the door handle's actually at an upward angle like this. It's kind of odd. You'd expect that to be like flat, but that's just 80s Toyota. If we take a look inside, you know, you can see how this gauge sort of cluster is this way, and I'm a big fan of this. Quite a bit actually of this design. So like, it's a little dark in here, you can't really see it too well. It's got 257,000 kilometers on the body. You know, they had this cool rod system for the shifter and everything, and you can kind of see how it works sort of there, right? It moving around. It's pretty cool. Obviously, it's not hooked up, but you can see the original center console there. Even like, it's surprisingly, when you're sitting in here, like, okay, so I am 5'9", right? And you can see I still got, you know, headroom here. A decent amount of it, like, not too bad. I mean, if I was to, like, go off a bump, I'd probably hit the roof, but I've got a decent amount of leg room. Like, it's not too bad. And really, it's not horrible. Like, you wouldn't want to be much taller than me for this. There's not really a lot of room in these cars, obviously, because, again, it's a little two-door sports car, but yet the performance of these wasn't amazing. These were famous for their snap oversteer. So basically, when you let off the throttle in these cars, going around a corner, it would basically spin around. It wasn't a great design, and the reason for that is because the weight transfer would go to the front tires, and you'd have nothing back here, and then just spin completely. And it wasn't that great that way. But even like, you know, having the sunroof here, this would be such a nice little car just to drive down the road. It actually is a factory, you know, Toyota sunroof. That's kind of cool to see that. You can see that right there. And honestly, like, I'm a big fan of these, but they do have their problems, like I said, with rust. The engines aren't that bad. Like I think the 4GE engine. 4AGE, sorry. I know I got that wrong. But yeah, you can see it here, right? This engine obviously is seen better days, but apparently it was still a running driving vehicle. It's just, you know, been exposed to the elements and stuff like that. And, you know, I'm not sure which transmission these would have had. Manual was. Okay, like a C15, C50. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it's not a big deal. You guys can Google it. But you know, like, and these had like a timing belt up front and everything, and they're not too bad to actually work on when they're under the hood, but there is a little hose. I'm trying to think of where it actually is, because like it's in the bowels of this. It's called a hose from hell. Can't recall which one that is, but it's somewhere in here, I believe. And it's just like really a pain in the ass to get to, so.
It's kind of a cool like oil to water sort of intercooler thing here.
Oh, that's interesting. That's cool.
Yeah, like the radiator water goes through that hose, but it's got hookups that go to the oil system too, so kind of heat exchanger from the oil to the water.
Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. I didn't know that. And then even like I love, you know, seeing all the old Toyota stickers and stuff like that, and all the Japanese writing and whatever else, and showing you, like, as an example, when you should change out your air cleaner, right? It says every 30,000 miles or 48,000 kilometers. So it's actually kind of cool. To be fair,
someone too had an oil cooler in this side vent here too, like maybe the automatic.
Oh yeah.
Cars or something had an oil cooler, but this one doesn't.
Well, and it's kind of funny to see just a tiny, tiny, tiny little fan, you know, underneath the hood here, just on the one side, you know, nothing on this side, but yeah, no, and like there's some. Oh, exactly, yeah, the radiators up front and stuff like that, like, and you know. There's a little bit of space back here. There's not a ton. Like, if, as an example, if you want a grocery shop, you might be able to fit, like, if you're American, a gallon of milk or, like, 4 liters. Like, that's how tall it is. And then width-wise, it's about from here to about the same spot over there. So, yeah, exactly. The keys are inside of it. So, no, honestly, it's a sweet little car. You know? And, like, it's like, yeah, we can show you. Again, these cars are not for the faint of heart. They're really not. Because, like, case in point, I mean, you can fit, like, an okay amount of stuff for a small little sports car like this, but, yeah, you can't exactly go, like, super grocery shopping.
This is the interior cover for the sunroof.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. That's going, yeah.
Yeah, you don't get baked by the sun.
Yeah, no. And, you know, and even seeing, like, one of these old Toyota stickers, like, who could ask for anything more than a Toyota? Those stickers were everywhere on these cars, like, because that was one of their, like, ad campaigns back then, too. But yeah, honestly, these were very popular for, like, now they're really popular, like, ice racing and stuff like that. But back in the day, they actually campaigned these in, like, the JGTC race series, and they were really good. So, anyways, and yeah, so, hey, look, an original style spare.
Yeah.
And it's actually been used, too. Not very much, though, but, like, there's still a little bit of knobbies on there, but it's used as a temporary spare, not a full one. You can see.
You can put one more bag of groceries in.
Yeah, exactly. A little bit more space like that. You know, you got your jack there too, and with your jack kit and everything. And then here's your pop-up headlights. And what's really cool, and actually, there it is. So if you turn these, let's see, will it do it? Might take forever if it does. Because sometimes these work, sometimes they don't. To try and get them to pop, but sometimes, like I said, they don't work.
It might just be a cover that's on top of the actual thing that you turn, right?
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
There we go. Let's just see. Will it go? Yeah, it is. Slowly.
It's going.
Yeah, slowly but surely. We're not going to do the full thing here, but fun times underneath the hood of this, or hood, bonnet, whatever, and you can see, like, your brake booster here, which, oddly enough, that looks like it's been changed out. Or, no, actually, it does say Toyota on it. It's just very shiny.
Good size, like, squirter tank.
Yeah, I'm surprised about that. So there is some practicality to this, not a lot, but there is some, and you can access the fuses and everything right there, and like your wiper motors out in the open. Like, it's not too bad. They were thinking about these, so yeah, cool little car. Anyways, I think I'll about wrap this one up because unfortunately, like I said, the motor's not in it, so I can't show it running or anything like that. Can't drive it yet, but when it is done, I'll probably get to review it then. So anyways, take care. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next one. Peace out.